Let's go, Malaya! 𝗙𝗍𝗶𝗍𝗀, the 20 bones. Let's go! Ball band, let's go, baby! Tell me who could be eluded me. Tell me who could be eluded me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's go. Sunday night, baby. Whoa. It could be anything. Could be anything. Yo, yo, yo! Let's go. Oh, shit. The disability arrived. Let's go. No, that's good. You probably got a little while, actually, before hopefully it doesn't affect you. You know what I'm saying? That would be rough if it did. There's a lot of people that are going to be hit by this shit, but... Red, who's your lover now? Red, who's it all about? To my psychosis friend. Oh shit. Who's your lover now? Red, who's it all about? Me, I do. Dude, I think I fucked something up. Dude, I lost my dashboard. Oh, there it is. There we go. It's fucking with my head. Dude. Guitar solo. Let's go. Probably my favorite guitar solo ever in any of my songs. Wow! Let's go. All right. Oh, yeah. Dude, that is like, no joke. That is my favorite guitar solo of like all the music I've ever produced. I think that is like my favorite guitar solo. Ladysmith is probably a close second. But yeah, that one is a shredder. It's just what I love about it is like, it's got moods, right? Like it starts off on this one thing and then it kind of like changes direction and gets really like aggro. And then it like opens up. Dude, it is a good song, man. It is a good song. Dude, 97 was a good year, baby. 97, actually 98. I think this was, shit. That's good shit. Epstein, yeah. No, dude, we're going to talk about the Epstein situation because what's so fascinating about the Epstein situation is how, like, they just flip-flopped. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, Kash Patel and Dan Bongino have talked for years about Epstein. Conspiracy. They were on this thing. It like occupied the forefront of their content, making a huge deal. Everything was like Epstein, 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 right? They did this right before they got in charge of the FBI. Then they get given the FBI. And then literally the minute they get in there, Pam Bondi, it's on my desk. I have the list on my desk. Bongino's like, the list is here. We've got this shit. They had been talking about Epstein being murdered for years. And now they just release a statement that flip-flops everything they've been talking about for years, right? No list. Now there's not even a list. No list, no names, no conspiracy, no murder. Case closed. Bye-bye. Right? It is the craziest horse shit that we have ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Now we're going to look at that. We're going to look at all that stuff. But first, before we get into this, how you guys doing? How we doing? We doing well? Are we doing well? Are we rocking and rolling? Are we having a good Sunday night? A Sunday night filled with flair? Dude, Jenny and I have been watching The Bear, the new season of The Bear. We're almost done with it. I love that show. It makes me cry. Like I cry like once or twice an episode. I cry a lot at these like, you know, moments where people like overcome their disadvantages. That shit really gets me. Yeah, no, they have the prison video. I mean, this shit is crazy. This shit is wild. The Bear is a great show. If you haven't watched it, it's a great show. Right now, that and that show with Owen Wilson called Stick about the young kid golfer, those two shows are just like making my world. And The Studio, too, Seth Rogen. There's a couple of really good shows that we've been watching. A live PP? Yeah, dude, I've been live on YouTube every day since I got banned on Twitch, boss. Like, I've been here, man. The only question, Barry's been, where you been? Right? We've been here every day. Where you been? You've been conspicuously absent. Till you come in running your mouth. Oh, shit. Just kidding. You watch all the vids? Oh, shit. Oh, you've never seen a Noti. Well, I'm glad you got one. Dude, good for you, boss. I'm glad you're here. I'm just giving you shit. So, yeah, shall we start in? Shall we start in and look at this fucking shit, bro? The shit is crazy. Let's go in. Let's start it. Okay, let's start it with this. Okay, because this is February. Okay, this is way back in February. All right, Pam Bondi. Dude, let's go. I'm banned on Twitch. I am for like another week or something. I got a month ban that then got shortened to 2 weeks because I apparently showed remorse when I sent them the transcript of my video saying, why the hell did you ban me for this? Like, I'm not wrong. And they're like, oh, all right. That was remorseful. Fucking Twitch, bro. GG's. I think I got banned because Dan Clancy's a fucking edgelord. If you really want to know. But yeah, dude, Pam, she is weird, dude. It's like she doesn't eat. She weighs like 90 pounds. She's like one of the skinniest people I've ever seen. She looks like she's trying to escape her own skin. It's crazy. Like all jacked out on Ozempic, and she kind of dresses like a Mennonite. You know what I'm saying? Or like a Jehovah's Witness. She's got this weird Christian thing going on with these really big crosses, and she is crazy, okay? She is batshit, but she, you know, she is like the stern church woman who would like cut your fingers off for putting your hand in the cookie jar, and then put the fingers in a jar at the table next to you while you eat breakfast. You know, she's that kind of shit. She's got a real Misery vibe to her. Remember Kathy Bates in Misery? She's got a little bit of that vibe for sure. Oh, shit. All right, you ready? So let's go back to February when they were all excited. They're in there. They're going on Fox. She's going on Fox. Here's what she said in February. You ready? All right, here we go.
The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll check back with you.
All right, so there she was in February saying, it's on my desk. I'm like, huh, all right. We don't know exactly what's going on with that, but there we go. The list was on her desk in February. And today, in July, the list doesn't exist. So I'm kind of curious then, with Pam Bondi, what was on your desk back in February? Right? It's a list. You said nothing on it surprised you. Now there is no list. So the $1 million question is, what was on the desk? What was on her desk? Was that a human grocery list? Was that a list of Chippendales dancers that also happen to be high-level government officials? Was that a list of, men in government who also have Grindr profiles? Right? Yeah, no problem, Matthew. I would like to find out what's going on with that other account, though, too. But welcome back. It's fucking pretty wild. I know, dude. Elon came out with the tweet, okay? Elon did. He gave us the tweet, guys. Okay? Elon went forward. It was the bombshell. Let me find it. I know I've got it. I know I saved it. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. I know I've got a copy of this tweet. I know I screenshotted it, but for whatever reason, I'm not finding it now. I can't remember what I named it. It's possible that it is not on, it might be on my phone, but it's easy to find, right? We're going to pull it up here. I thought I had a screenshot of it. Right? It is this one, right? Right here it is. Dude, time to drop the really big bomb, okay? Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files, right? There it is. Real Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. And Malia, there's some links. Dance party in pajamas. Yeah, no, we can try to get a dance party, right? We'll put a goal out. We'll do the usual. Actually, we're gonna try. I'm gonna put it for 15. All right, we'll do a big dance party. DDR. There we go. Let's go. There it is. Boom bap. There it is. Goal acclimated. Let's go. So yeah, everybody like it, love it. But so, dude, this is crazy, isn't it? Right? That Elon, I know a lot of people are like, oh, Elon posted this just to be angry or whatever. But I don't think it was just to be angry. I think there's absolutely truth to this. Trump was Elon's bestie. We know they are connected. Okay? We know there's something in there. I mean, we know it. But now there was the big cover up. Dude, Janelle, let's go. Thank you, Janelle. We love to see it. Janelle kicks it off. All right, let's get the Axios article. All right, here's the Axios article, all set. Let's go. He put AI programs in every government agency. Oh, he knows. Dude, he knows. He's got access. But there he is. Dude, there he is, Jeffrey Epstein. So now what they're saying, dude, oh my God, Malia, let's go. 𝗙𝗏𝗾 15. Let's go, baby. Whoa, you're going crazy. Let's go. Dude, so here's the deal. Now the FBI and the DOJ conclude Epstein had no client list and he was not murdered. He committed suicide. But this is crazy though. You ready? Because everybody in that administration, Bongino, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗆𝗆, Pam Bondi multiple times said the list was on her desk. And now they're saying there is no list. I mean, bro, it's not even like we're not releasing the list. Now they're saying the list doesn't even exist. Think about that. For months, right? For months, they said that the list is on the desk. We have the list. It's coming out any day now. Now they're saying this thing doesn't even exist. But now here's what's really crazy is Ghislaine Maxwell is in prison. Okay, they put her in prison for running this thing and procuring the girls and being party to this. So clearly they know who was fucking around. They're saying they have a whole bunch of videos of sex acts. So there are people in those videos. Okay, they are like, you know, this is outrageous. All right, we're just gonna get into it. We're gonna pile through the whole thing. And we're gonna do the rundown. Okay, Trump's Justice Department and FBI have concluded they have no evidence that convicted sex offender and disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein blackmailed powerful figures, kept a client list, or was murdered, according to a memo detailing the findings obtained by Axios. The administration is releasing a video in both raw and enhanced versions that says it indicates no one entered the area of the Manhattan prison where Epstein was held the night he died in 2019. So let's see the video. The video is not... we're going to see. We're going to fucking pull this video out. And for whatever reason, it's not, it won't download. So I don't know what is going on with that video, right? That video is not legit. All right. All right. Weird. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. It's like you click the report. There are links in there. All right. We'll have to look at that. But yeah, that video is broken for whatever reason. And I try to download it, and it says something about like you resume, check your internet. So there's something funky going on with that shit. All right, canceled. Fuck them. Dude, Tashy Cat, let's go. Thank you for the membership. All right. So it says the video supports a medical examiner's finding that Epstein committed suicide. Okay. The findings represent the first time Trump's admin has officially contradicted conspiracy theories about Epstein's activities and his death. Theories that had been pushed by the FBI's top 2 officials before Trump appointed them to the Bureau. Now, that is what's crazy, is that Bongino and 𝗙cie𝗶𝗏𝗯 were like the leading voices, okay? They were the leading voices in this shit about the conspiracies and stirring the pot around Epstein. And whoop, just gone, right? As social media influencers and activists, 𝗙cie𝗶𝗏𝗯 and Dan Bongino were among those in MAGA world who questioned the official version. They have since said Epstein committed suicide, but it has become an article of faith online, especially on the right, that Epstein's crimes also implicated government officials, celebrities, and business leaders, and that someone killed him to conceal them. The memo said no one else involved in the Epstein case will be charged. No one else involved. There you go. Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, is serving a 20-year sentence for child sex trafficking and related offenses, and no one else will be charged. And yes, Virginia, took her own life. Maybe. I mean, we don't know what's going on. It's crazy. Okay. Dude, too many requests. Yeah, everybody's downloading the shit out of this. According to the memo, investigators closely examined footage of Epstein's Manhattan prison cell between 10:40 p.m. when Epstein was locked in his cell and 6:30 a.m. the next day when he was found unresponsive. The footage, which was reviewed by Axios but couldn't be verified independently, showed no one entering the area, the administration said. Now, about that, the 20 years, isn't that crazy? So Pam Bondi is trying to get a stiffer sentence for vandalizing a Tesla. If you vandalize a Tesla, they're going to try to give you more years than Ghislaine Maxwell got for running a child sex trafficking ring. And all the guys that slept with those young children, girls, are getting nothing. They're getting 0. Yikes. Okay. The FBI enhanced the relevant footage by increasing its contrast, balancing the color, and improving its sharpness for greater clarity and viewability, the memo says. Investigators found no incriminating client list of Epstein's, no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals, and no evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties, the memo adds. So, how did they put Ghislaine Maxwell in prison for child sex trafficking if they don't have any evidence of child sex happening? What are we doing here? Right? As MAGA influencers, Patel and Bongino had been among the loudest voices touting Epstein conspiracy theories. Since joining the government as Trump appointees, they've been more measured in talking about the Epstein investigation and thrown cold water on the notion he was murdered. He killed himself, Bongino said on Fox News in May. I've seen the whole file. Remember the interview with Bongino and 𝗙cie𝗶𝗏𝗯 when Bongino looked like he had snorted 18 lines of Adderall? Jesus. MAGA's media universe and some of its voices on Capitol Hill have expressed frustration with the Trump admin and how they handled the Epstein case since February, when DOJ released a tranche of Epstein-related files that were already publicly available. Now that, you guys, remember, was this. Okay, the shit they're talking about there was this little episode that Brian Tyler Cohen reminded us about earlier today, where they released those big binders. And then people like 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗏𝗯 of Libs and DC Drano and Scott Pressler and Liz Wheeler and all these MAGA shitheads, okay? Chad what's his name? Chad Prather. All these MAGA shitheels, shit for brains. They went there. Laura Loomer was all mad she didn't get invited, but they went there and they got the binders. You know, the binders. It was a big Epstein day. Oh my gosh. And then if you remember, I don't know if you remember, but 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹 opened his at the airport and live streamed it. And dude, it was hilarious. Right? Look at this. I know I played the video, but here it is. Okay, this is his video. Watch this video. Okay? This is the binder they gave him. Look at that. Homie's live streaming his big find, dude. This is like right up there with Geraldo's vault. Dude, every page. Dude, he went live.
Again, for those just joining, I'm at the airport. This is literally my first live stream. Please bear with me. I've been in transit. We've had an extremely busy day meeting with
fucking cocks, bro.
Cabinet.
Dude, this is MAGA.
But I, like you, want to know as much about this information as possible.
Oh,
sorry
yeah.
If I skip any pages, my fingers are a little dry.
Yeah, you're a real crack reporter there, boss.
Out before my flight takes off.
Dude, it does look like a Rorschach test, bro.
God bless Trump. God bless America.
God bless Trump, he
God
says.
bless his administration, Attorney General Pam Bondi.
God bless
and others for having the courage
redaction.
to release this information. Again,
An absolute cult.
This is new. But
this is like
a lot more evidence that is being secretly held.
The cultiest of the cult.
In either the FBI, DOJ, or some combination in their offices. And Pam Bondi has sent a letter demanding that it be sent to her tomorrow by 8 a.m. At that point, I imagine they will review the information.
Right? I mean, isn't that crazy? Like, how do you even do that? Sorry, I got to fix my chat here. I fucking ran out of memory. Dude, the Epstein files are broke the fucking chat, boss. Right? Epstein broke my chat, bro. Right? It's so crazy. But dude, how? Like, what I want to know with that is A, talk about the most embarrassing thing. You go live for your audience and you just flip page after page. It's all redacted. But B, what kind of absolute cucks are MAGA when like this shit happens to them and they still are there like sucking on the teat? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, his name is Rogan O'Handley or something, but he is a culty bitch, dude. Him and Colin Rugg, all these idiots like Higher Right Check, they're all the same, right? They're all just double tug fools. But dude, they literally can get like completely embarrassed, completely like run roughshod over, and they still like show up, right? And are like, thank you, Trumpy. God bless Trump. Like during this thing, he's like, God bless Trump. Yeah, I got a redacted binder. There's nothing in here. Everything is covered. They gave me nothing. They brought me to Washington for a spectacle. And he's like, God bless Trump. God bless Pam Bondi. Dude, they are, you know what I'm saying? You thought it was a joke? No, this is not a joke. This was the actual day of the thing. He actually went live and streamed it live and flipped through the whole thing, and there was not a single thing unredacted. It was like 160 pages or 200 pages of just fully redacted material. Dude, God bless the fucking morons, bro. Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? It was like, this is him. This is him, dude. Right? There he is, dude. What a fucking putz, bro. Dude, I bet this guy, look at him with his big cross on the wall back there. I bet this guy has the gnarliest browser history. This is 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹, the dude who was talking up here. I bet his browser history is like criminal, bro. You know it. Just look at him, dude. He looks like he's got like, you know, curtain peeker. He's got a curtain peeker eyes, right? Crazy, huh? Right? Oh, isn't that nuts? There he is. There he is. There's the original photo op. Okay? You got Haya, you got Rogan O'Handley, 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹, Liz Wheeler. She's another clown show, right? All of these people are, and look at how they're smiling, right? They're like, oh, the Epstein list, the binder, oh, child sex trafficking, and look at their big smiles, right? I mean, aren't they crazy? Like, dude, they're just psychotic. Okay, but so that is where we came from. That was the big event earlier. That was February. They released that shit, and then conservative figures panned the disclosure. Gee, I wonder why, right? This is not what we or the American people asked for, and a complete disappointment. Anna Paulina Luna posted. Let's see her post here. Here she says, I nor the task force were given or reviewed the Epstein documents being released today. A New York Post story just revealed that the documents will simply be Epstein's phone book with a lot of Donald Trump activity, I might add. This is not what we or the American people asked for. Complete disappointment. Okay, there we go. And there, she's like grandstanding. They've all been grandstanding. When Elon Musk had a falling out with Trump last month, he accused the president of being in the files. And Trump posted on Truth Social a statement from former Epstein lawyer David Schoen saying Trump wasn't implicated in any crime. You notice that Trump wasn't implicated in any crime, but what does that even mean? Schoen had also represented Trump in his first impeachment trial. Dude, one thing, you never believe a lawyer, dude. You don't. Like lawyers, they're all liars. That's their job. They get paid to lie. Dude, defense attorneys, that's the whole job, bro. My God, I know defense attorneys. That's what they do. If the more convincing a liar you are, the better defense attorney you are. Right? Dude, I probably would have been a good one. Oh, shit, I can lie. I can lie with the kings, man. My dad was a sociopath. I learned how to lie. Like, I learned how to lie so real that you actually believe that shit, right? That's the trick. You just got to believe it. If you believe it, it's not a lie, right? Dude, depends on the type of lawyer. Yeah, Craigo, I was talking about defense attorneys, right? Still, the questions about whether Trump's name is in the government's Epstein files have persisted because they had been acquaintances who attended the same parties in the 90s. See, this is bullshit right here. They had been acquaintances. They were friends. Okay. Trump was leaving messages for him at like 1 a.m. and shit. Okay. They were not acquaintances who attended the same parties. Trump was on his jet multiple times. They were friends. Okay. They knew each other well. Okay. They were besties. Okay. In a 2017 interview with author Michael Wolff, Epstein even claimed that at one point he was Donald Trump's closest friend. Dude, it's true. Trump does not really have any friends. The only friends he does have are the ones that can procure him, like, underage girls. Trump, however, said in 2019 that he was not a fan of Epstein, hadn't spoken to him for 15 years. He also said he had barred Epstein from his golf resorts in the early 2000s. Now, Trump did distance himself when Epstein first got arrested, but then it was the U.S. attorney in Florida, all right, Southern District of Florida, U.S. Attorney Alex Acosta, that gave Jeffrey Epstein immunity against the victim's will. He completely gave Epstein a plea deal, including immunity. He got off on all charges. The victims were furious. And then Donald Trump rewarded Alex Acosta with the labor secretary cabinet position after he became president. And then when it blew up again and he got rearrested, Alex Acosta stepped down. So Alex Acosta essentially fell on the sword for this, right? Democrats, meanwhile, demanded to know more. Okay, now the DOJ and FBI say in the memo that no further disclosure of Epstein-related material would be appropriate or warranted. So they're saying this is it. You get a 2-page memo, done. No further disclosure. The memo says much of the material relates to child sexual abuse, details of Epstein's victims, and information that would expose innocent individuals to allegations of wrongdoing. So there's videos. I mean, dude, if you have video of child sex abuse or materials related to child sex abuse, there's somebody in the video abusing them. Hello. Okay. Through this review, we found no basis to revisit the disclosure of those materials and will not permit the release of child pornography, the memo says. Okay, so there you go. That's it. Now, I think this is apparently whatever's here. Is there some link here? Because it looks like all the links to the shit is down, right? There's nothing else in that article. Any links they had to material has been like shut down already. Okay, now let's look at this. Okay, there's the photo that's fucking going around. I'm going to save that. All right, let me get a copy of that. One thing I do want, this photo is really interesting too. It shows a lot of different meetings. See, here's one where Trump is with his kids and Jeffrey. I mean, dude, they knew each other real well. Okay, real well. But there was something that I saw that had been posted by Ken Klippenstein. Let's go ahead and read this letter. Okay, we're going to go ahead and read this letter. It's a little blurry, but I'll go ahead and read it. As part of our commitment to transparency, Department of Justice and the FBI have conducted an exhaustive review of investigative holdings related to Jeffrey Epstein. To ensure the review was thorough, the FBI conducted digital searches of its databases, hard drives, and network drives, as well as physical searches of squad areas, locked cabinets, desks, closets, and other areas where responsive material may have been stored. These searches uncovered a significant amount of material, including more than 300 gigabytes of data and physical evidence. The files relating to Epstein included a large volume of images of Epstein, images and videos of the victims who are either minors or appear to be minors, and over 10,000 downloaded videos and images of illegal child sex abuse material and other pornography. Now, again, there are people in those videos. I don't believe they're all just Jeffrey Epstein. Not for a minute do I believe that. Teams of agents, analysts, attorneys, and privacy and civil liberties experts comb through the digital and documentary evidence with the aim of providing as much information as possible to the public while simultaneously protecting victims. Much of the material is subject to court-ordered sealing. Only a fraction of this material would have been aired publicly had Epstein gone to trial, as the seal served only to protect the victims and did not expose any additional third parties to allegations of illegal wrongdoing. Through the review, we found no basis to revisit the disclosure of those materials and will not permit the release of child pornography. Right? Now, here's where it gets crazy. This part right here, this paragraph. The systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. Again, Pam Bondi and everybody else back in February said they literally had the list on their desk. Okay, yes. No, we know Trump is all over this shit. There was also no credible evidence found that Epstein blackmailed prominent individuals as part of his actions. And we did not uncover evidence that could predicate an investigation against uncharged third parties. So they're saying with that 300 gigabytes of data, with all those movies, with all this evidence, right? All the shit from the Ghislaine Maxwell trial and everything else they have, there was no list, even though they said they had it on their desk. They said there was no credible evidence that Epstein blackmailed anyone. And what's more, there was no evidence anywhere that even warrants an investigation into any third parties. So nothing, right? Consistent with prior disclosures, this review confirmed that Epstein harmed over 1,000 victims. Each suffered unique trauma. Sensitive information relating to the victims is intertwined throughout the materials. This includes specific details such as victim names and likenesses, physical descriptions, places of birth, associates, and employment history. One of our highest priorities in combating child exploitation and bringing justice to victims. One of our highest priorities is combating child exploitation and bringing justice to victims. Perpetuating unfounded theories about Epstein serves neither of those ends. Now, this is rich coming from two of the most unfounded, like Epstein theory people on the planet. To that end, while we have labored to provide the public with maximum information regarding Epstein and the ensured examination of any evidence in the government's possession. It is the determination of the DOJ and the FBI that no further disclosure would be appropriate or warranted. So that's it. That's what you get. You get a letter, right? There's no list that we said we had. Nobody else is getting charged. There was no blackmail. We got a whole bunch of shit that you're never going to see. End of story. Dude, isn't this crazy? Man, this is nuts. Boom, boom. This is like a massive scandal, right? That is crazy, dude. And there we are, right? Throwback. There's Donald Trump on the plane, right? Dude, he was on there. There's a lot of people on this shit. But she said she had the list, okay? Here's Trump and Epstein. Look at that, right? Hanging out. Scoundrels. Buddies. They are a bunch of predators. I mean, Donald Trump said he grabs him by the pussy. He doesn't even ask. He told us he's a predator, right? I know he said locker room talk, but no, that's the locker room talk that predators have, right? Predators go into the locker room and talk about, you know, raping women, right? You know what I'm saying? And just like that, right? Today, Trump's DOJ and FBI declared Epstein had no client list, right? This is what's crazy, guys. Okay? It's like they literally told us for months they have the list. The list is on my desk. The information's on my desk. And now they're saying there is no list. That's what we're getting, guys. Now, is MAGA going to buy this? Are they literally like they're cool with this? Right? Dude, still voted for this man. You know what, Clarissa? They'd still vote for him now. I bet even if they saw pictures of him fucking a teenage girl, they would still vote for it. They would. They don't care. They don't care. Donald Trump could fuck their teenage daughters and they would fucking give him all their money, buy a couple Bibles, fucking, you know, be ashamed after beating off to the Bible and then burn their own house down and fucking still vote for him. Dude, it's unbelievable. Right? And just like that, there it is, just like that. Right? And then Ghislaine Maxwell was in jail. Oh, Lordy. Dude, Liz Wheeler. All right, let's go look and see some of these guys. Let's see what some of these guys said about the announcement, shall we? All right, let's go look at some of the people. Let's go see what Liz Wheeler said. All right. Oh, I said Liz Wiener. Whoops, I called her Liz Wiener. All right, Liz Wheeler. What did she say? Oh, what is she talking about? She talked about the big, beautiful bill. She says, I love you, America. So Liz Wheeler, no comment. Huh, that's weird. The big, you know what I'm saying? Isn't that weird? There's a big whole, like, this is such a huge part of her content about Epstein. And Liz Wiener has not even said anything. Liz Wheeler? Dude, she didn't even say anything. Crazy, huh? Right? Her timeline today, no comment from Liz Wiener. All right, let's see fucking DC drain ass. I think that's telling, don't you? That she doesn't even mention it. All right. And he's got some fucking thing about the KKK, right? No mention. He talks a little bit about the America Party, right? He's still talking about masks and fucking COVID, the COVID conspiracy theorists, right? But not one mention of Epstein, okay? He talks about some immigration. Crazy. No mention, all right? Let's see what we got. We got libs. Libs of fucking tick schnock. Fuck you, 𝗙𝗍𝗪𝗧𝗏. You're soft. Okay. So, all right. So Robbie Starbuck, he's one of the anti-gay activists. He's one of the guys that leads the campaigns against, right? He leads campaigns against, 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗏. Like whenever there's a corporation that's, you know, treats gay people decently, Robbie Starbuck goes apeshit. He's a big sort of pressure corporations, pressure Starbucks to like not hang a pride flag during Pride Month, et cetera, et cetera. He's a fucking douche is what he is, dude. But he said Pam Bondi had the Epstein, Pam Bondi said the Epstein client list was on her desk to review for release to the public just a few months ago. Now DOJ, she leads claims there is no list. I mean, dude, there's no getting around this, right? He said, was she lying then or is she lying now? Now, here's what's interesting, though. You ready? Let's notice this, because look what happened here is that libs of TikTok, okay, what libs of TikTok did was they posted Robbie Starbuck's thing, okay? They posted Robbie Starbuck's thing, but they didn't post a thing of their own. So this is really interesting because she essentially kind of called out, you know what I'm saying? She kind of is calling out the DOJ, but not really. She's sort of like feeding the kitty a little bit, like giving the kitty like just the tiniest bit of food, right? Which I think is really interesting. But anyway, it's obvious that she's lying. But again, that's the only mention. So libs of TikTok went radio silent on that as well, right? Completely radio silent. All right. So next up, let's go see, somebody said Benny Johnson. All right. So Benny Johnson, he printed the letter. Okay. That's what he did. So he printed the letter and a link to the article, and that's it. All right. That's what Benny Johnson did. All right. He printed the letter and he printed a link to the article. So dude, somebody's like botting us right now. Right. You see that? It's like some shit saying there's like 1,500 viewers or whatever. Right. Dude, we're getting botted. Dude, I thought you couldn't do that on YouTube, man. That's fucking annoying, right? Some clown world, clown hater. All right, so he did post the letter, but it looks like no commentary on it. And it's pretty wild too that like that's all he did, right? The hell with the bot drop? Yeah, fuck him. But so anyway, so there's that. All right, who else was there? Chad Prather. Right? He was another one that was at the original thing. Okay, this guy. And so he did comment here, where is the Epstein info the American people were promised? You handed us a notebook, promised more was on the way. You told us it existed, and now you say it doesn't. Right? And voila, America deserves answers. Now this, though, you ready? This is what's going to be really interesting, guys, right? This is going to be fucking interesting because this is one of those test moments, right? It is. When you think about it, this is a test moment because now it's obvious that they're lying, okay? It is obvious that this whole situation is, you know, it's not even like they said, right? Yeah, well, no, but see, DIY driver, I think if there was a raid, right? If there was a raid, like there would be people in the chat, right? And wouldn't there be an announcement of a raid? and it wouldn't have gone up like hundreds at a time, right? So I don't think it's a raid, right? If it had been a raid and it keeps going up, you know, so it's obviously a botting. And GG's, does YouTube do raids? They do, but I have mine set up though that I can only be raided by people that I'm subscribed to. So it's not possible that was it. But anyway, so this though is going to be one of those moments. Okay. This is one of those moments, guys, because think about this. Okay. Think about the like the sort of schematics of this situation. Okay. Is one, they know the Trump DOJ is lying. They know they're lying. This isn't a case of, right? This is not a case of somebody being like, oh shit, they're not releasing all the info. It's like, we know they are lying. Okay. We know it. They know it because they said, we got the list. The list is on my desk. And then they're like, oh, there is no list. So now everybody in MAGA knows that they lied. They know they're lying. They know they're not telling the truth. They know that it is like being swept completely under the rug. And now the question is, though, is this going to have an effect on them at all? Because this was like a major fucking selling point, right? This was like a major big point for these guys. They have been talking about this for years, right? They have been insisting that it was like Bill Gates. They had been insisting that it was, you know what I mean? They had been insisting that it was going to be these big Democratic officials. They were expecting it to be Hollywood celebrities, Tom Hanks, yada, 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 right? But now they're just completely getting snubbed. They're getting shut down, shut out, and turned off with a lie, okay? So the thing is will that mean anything to them, right? Are they going to be okay with being like blatantly lied to about something that is like really, really important to them? You know what I'm saying? Is that what they're going to do? They're going to totally just be cool with that? Or are they actually going to have a reaction, right? Dude, I think that's insane, bro. I do. I think that shit is nuts. That it's literally like happening right in front of them. You know what I'm saying? It's happening right in front of them. They've been cool being lied to before. Yeah, but this seems like this is one of their core issues, right? This seems like it's one of their core fucking issues. All right. That's nuts, dude. I mean, I venture to guess that they will just let it go. It's going to like disappear, right? It's going to do that same shit. Like, what did that guy say? Remember the guy we watched that Jesse on Fire that was talking to Cenk Uygur? And he was like, man, if I had known he was going to like invade Iran, I wouldn't have voted for him. But he must know what he's doing, right? Yeah, no, they're going to move the goalposts. They're going to assume that, yep, Trump knows what he's doing. Trump knows. Trump's got it all together, right? Trump fucking sorted it out. You know what I mean? And that's going to be that. That's going to be the end of it. Right? You know what I mean? And so they're just going to probably completely let it slide. Okay? That's crazy, bro. It is nuts, dude. It is nuts. They're just going to like, off it goes, right? Here it goes. There it goes. You hope this is the thing that wakes them up? They've been lied to this whole time and used Save Children crowd. Yeah, well, see, this is just it. I think this is going to go completely unbothered by them, right? And then here's what it says. Like somebody said that memo isn't verified yet and isn't even on Axios's page anymore. I hope they're wrong. He's like, I certainly hope so. He's like, didn't you receive a binder? He's like, yeah, I did. And like, there was nothing in it, right? So what was in the binder? And it was like nothing. It was like 200 pages of black squares. Look at these freaks, dude. What a bunch of shitheads, boss. Dude, MAGA shitheads. Tinfoil MAGA clowns. So 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗏, though, he, Mr. White Supremacist and 𝗙ecie𝗶𝗵𝗶𝗹𝗀's new buddy from the Her Take podcast, he said, he's tweeted about it multiple times, right? And then this thing, if Epstein wasn't involved in blackmail, why did he have all the bedrooms at his NYC mansion wired with hidden cameras, all monitored from a control room? I mean, hello, right? That's blackmail. There's no other reason to have all your bedrooms wired with hidden cameras, okay? Jeffrey Epstein had a surveillance room set up in his opulent New York mansion where hired goons kept constant tabs on all of his victims and guests, right? In her first TV interview, Farmer alleges that Epstein had extensive surveillance inside his home, including tiny pinhole cameras. Okay, Epstein showed her cameras throughout his house. The main thing he did when I walked in, I thought was interesting, he showed me where the cameras, the men monitoring everything were. So if you're facing the house, there's a window on the right that's barred. That's the media room, is what he called it. And so there was a door that looked like an invisible door with all this limestone and everything. And you push it and you go in, and I saw all the cameras. It was like old televisions, basically like stacked. So, dude, they have all those videos, man. They have all that shit, guys. Right? Isn't that wild? Dude, that shit is crazy. Right? Yeah, well, Lila, they announced, okay, that nobody else is getting charges. Okay, and so 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗏 seems to be tweeting about this all day. He seems to have, like, right, is the only person, him and that Chad Prather guy are the only guys talking about it. And Cernovich. So a couple of these rapey bastards are fucking talking about it. There were no clients. Why is Ghislaine Maxwell in jail? Right, the lone sex trafficker theory. These guys are laying into it, but it looks like most of the right-wing influencers just completely fucking passed it by, dude. Isn't that crazy? Most of them, right? 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗏's really the only guy who's been talking about it. He's been talking about it all day, right? But everybody else, libs, DC Drano, fucking radio silence from all of them. Benny Johnson posted the memo. Let's see what Cat heard. All right. So he posted some joke of a video about Hillary Clinton. He posted her saying, I have the list. And really, that's about it. Couple posts from Cat Turd, but pretty chill. He does repost something. No, I guess he posted a couple. Okay. All right. And last but not least, we're going to look at good old Gunther fucking dipshitterson. All right. Right? He's talking about Clinton and the Epstein list, right? Tim Pool is talking about, right, Prince Andrew. Dude, she stated she had the list on her desk, right? And the leaked memo is now removed. MAGA thinks the list will take down the Dems. Dude, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, I think, I hate to say it, but I mean, the truth be told, if we're looking at like child sex exploitation, I'm pretty sure that most of that is going to be, right? Most of that is going to be a Republican thing, right? Even if they unfolded this list, I bet there would not be a lot of Democrats on that thing. I mean, you know, like child brides is a Republican thing, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sure Bill Clinton was involved in that shit. But so this is the video. Dude, the camera moves. Why does the camera move? Right? You see that? Oh, I mean, are they doing something to it? Yeah, this is their big fucking whatever video. I mean, it's hard to even tell what that was. GG's. Yeah, dude. Dude, we don't know. I don't know what that thing's supposed to fucking prove, right? I don't even know what that shit is supposed to prove. Oh, welp. Welp. Shit, boss. Good cop, bad cop. Dude, Anna and Cenk play good cop, bad cop on what? On this? So, I mean, again, though, what is crazy about this is it proves no one entered his cell, but whatevs, dude. Yeah, dude, surveillance video, that shit doesn't really mean a lot. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the thing about this that I think about most, right? The thing that I think about most with this, guys, is I think about the effect, okay? I think about the effect that is happening on the MAGA faithful. How now we know that Trump lies. We know that lies are like an inseparable part of his like day-to-day activity, okay? Whether it's his policies, the shit he says, repeated lies in his speeches. But now, here we have a situation where MAGA influencers, big influencers, people that are vocal in the MAGA community are very clearly being lied to, and they know it. Some of them are acknowledging it, and most of them aren't. Libs of TikTok, right? And a handful of them are not. Dude, thank you, Borrowbad. A bunch of them are just let it slide. They didn't even make a comment, but the others know they are being lied to. And we're going to see how are they going to move forward from that, right? That's going to be really interesting. That, I mean, we know they're not going to disavow Trump. They're not going to like turn on him, and you know what I'm saying? But there's got to be some type of like breakdown at that point. Like even if it's a thing where they're not as fervently, you know, in Trump's corner, right? You know what I mean? Even if some of their sort of rabid fealty just wanes like a little bit, because it's like, wow, now this was the one thing that was really important to you, MAGA, and boom, they just completely like cucked you. Complete lie, right? You know what I'm saying? And so that shit is like gonna be wild, right? 4D chess, baby.
Now to review. I'm on my desk right now to review.
Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Yep, dude. Have she seen anything that she said, oh my gosh? She's like, well, I did, but now I don't even see it. I had a list. Now the list doesn't exist. Dude, that's some Harry Potter shit, bro. That is like the loaves to fishes and shit. There's some real Jesus-y shit happening now, right? Oh, shit, boss. Invisible ink on invisible paper. There it is.
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that shit. He goes on Tucker Carlson to like make it seem like if Kamala wins, we're never getting that list, right? If Kamala wins, all those Democrats and all those Hollywood stars are going to be hidden. They're going to be forever let off. All those sex abusers. But if Trump wins, the list is coming out. Everything, transparency, right?
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Do you think Reid Hoffman?
You know,
I
think
Reid Hoffman, they're surmising. And again, where's our little, oh, shit. Yeah, no, Tourmaline, somebody botted us. There's not that many people here, boss. Somebody hit us with bots. But here it is. There it is. Time to drop the really big bomb. Real Donald Trump in the Epstein files. Right? Mark this post. The truth will come out. So let's hope the truth does come out. I mean, I would imagine somebody had to like copy this shit, right? Don't you think? Somebody had to copy this shit. Right? Somebody did. This information. There it is, though. There right now. This is a live shot of the Epstein list. Oh, shit. Dude. Yeah, no, they had to get rid of it. I mean, guys, I know that Trump is on that list. I know he's on that list. I think everybody knows. I was rated by Benny Johnson. Yeah, I highly doubt that. If I was rated by Benny Johnson, fuck you. All right? All of you. Let's go. Dude, everybody knows. Dude, can bots hit the like button? I think they can. Yeah. You hope that Christopher Wray made copies? Who knows, man? Christopher Wray, James Comey, there have been a lot of people that worked on this shit. Dude, that's brutal, though. That's brutal. Right? That's brutal that they have all that video evidence and nobody's getting fucking, right? Nobody's getting busted. Nobody's even getting charged, man. All right. That's the big news. But moving on. All right. And this is absolutely true. The fact that it's a flip-flop is pretty crazy. That, to me, I thought was pretty wild. The fact that it was a flip, right? Flip-flop. You know what I mean? I mean, it's one thing if they just release some shit and said, this is all we're releasing. But to go back and go so extreme to go from like, yes, we have the list. It's on my desk. It's coming any day now to there isn't even a list. That is wild. You know what I'm saying? That is fucking wild, guys, right? That shit is crazy, right? I mean, dude, that is some next level shit, dude. To do that, there is no list, right? There is no list, right? That is, you know, that's like some fucking, that is some Matrix kind of shit, dude. There is no spoon, bro. Right? There is no spoon. Oh, shit. Dude, Gorg, let's go, baby. Appreciate you, boss. Dude, we're 1/3 of the way to the dance party. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, shit. Oh. Crazy. All right. Next up, though, moving right along, dude. Epstein's buried. There is some shit I wanted to show you. There was a parade, guys. Okay? Talking about MAGA. Now, I know, now we have more questions. Now we have the red-handed lie. But there was a situation. Let me get this hooked up, guys. Let me get this set up here real quick. I do want to do one thing. So there was, all right, hold on one sec here. I'm going to put on some music for a minute. There we go. Give me one sec. Screaming for help. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm just reporting this shit to fucking YouTube support real quick. Out in force, baby. Dude, it's like a Trump rally, bro. There's like 1,000 fucking brain dead individuals. Right? That's what it is. It's essentially we're hosting a Trump rally. It's like 200 viewers and 1,000 brain dead individuals. Give me one sec to deal with this specialist here. Don't you know there is nothing I won't do Money, no. The bots don't elevate your money. They're not, YouTube's not going to fucking pay you any money on botted shit. Like the way YouTube works is anytime you, right? Anytime you have, the way YouTube works is anytime you get views on shit, they go through and like verify it, right? So like the money is like 2 days behind. Dude, you gotta believe it, baby. Dude, I like this tune too. This is one of my favorite songs, actually. Oh, nice. All right. All right.
One, two, three. Inside of me, bright eyes, hypnotized, never telling lies, social light.
I'm gonna end the stream and restart.
We'll be fine.
All right.
4, 5, 6. No stones or sticks.
So hang tight, guys. I'm gonna end it and restart so we can actually have a real deal. Dude, let's go. Dance party? Dude, we're gonna get there. I'll restart it, taking into account the ones we have. Oh, nice. They gave me a link because I suspect I know who, like, a possibility of who could be behind this, because we know there was an angry fucking chatter yesterday who fucking left, who I know who that account was, but they gave me a special form to engage in, and they're monitoring it. So we're gonna report that person. I'm gonna restart, guys, and go ahead and private that video. So we're just gonna pretend like that shit never happened, and we're gonna get going, and we're gonna redo. So hang tight, all right? I'm gonna fucking, cause we do the real deal, boss. But at least YouTube, they've got all the info, and so we are good.
Catch me crushes, waste time, out of sight and out of mind. Just need another rhyme.
All right, so ending. All right, I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Hang tight, all right?
It's happening again. I'm moving out and moving on. I'll throw away